Hi and welcome COA Orgs for our first ever online orientation on budget and SRD. I'm Tina Cabudsan, your Korean Nuna from the Central Accounting Office. We are happy that you're here since favorite nating lahat ang finance and accounting. So for the next 15 to 20 minutes, we'll orient you the basics, the how-tos of the budget proposal and SRD. Don't worry, the slides are all student-friendly. Tingin ko, oo nga pala, ako lang yung visible sa inyo ngayon, but this is a team effort. So we'll thank Miss Julie. Siya yung magagalaw ng PowerPoint mamaya. Sir Ino and Sir Mark sa background for having this orientation possible. So, okay, tara, let's start. Okay, so budgeting, why do we need to budget? On a personal level, we need to budget to make ends meet, to be able to save, to allot more funds in things we need. Also known as, yung favorite namin ni Sir Ino, yung 9-9 sale ng Shopee and Lazada. So, cart lang tayo ng cart mamaya. Chor, and so on. So, maraming sagot doon kung bakit tayo nagbabudget. And all those are tama. More so when we handle the organizations. Budgeting is important for our financial stability, and we can't stress that enough. Money makes things easier. Kaso naman ninyo, money makes your projects easier and possible. We should be more prudent though, kasi nga, it is your organization's funds, hindi yan sa inyo. Okay? Hindi nyo ito personal funds. It is a cumulative effort ng past officers, kaya meron kayong say. So budgeting makes us proactive because we are being futuristic. We avoid deficiencies or worse, maglo-loan na because of a bad project. Okay. Next, Miss Julie. The goal of the budget is to spend no more than you earn, at least to have a break-even. Proposal natin mamaya, may kita nyo na hindi lang expenses yung nakalatag. Also the projected revenue and expenses. This way, makikita nyo agad if there are projects that need to be discussed among the ED. Communication is really important since di lang naman si President and FO ang involved sa project. Alright. So, in the past presentations, we often ask of tips or advices when budgeting. For me, it's always general kasi we have the same values and mindset naman sa pagbabudget, di ba? It's natural to us. So, let's agree na the SMART tool is also a help. Of course, being Athenians, you're all aware of being smart, di ba? When we budget, we should also think smart. So, SMART means specific. Well, kahit hindi ko sabihin, alam nyo naman yan. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. I believe these are all self-explanatory, but I give importance to the time essence. Kasi when we budget as orgs, ang tendency is we want that project to have positive return, may kita. We need to know na yung kita ng isang project 2 or 3 years ago may not the same this year kasi nga of inflation. Or pwede rin na change ng suppliers or quality ng mga suppliers. Gusto natin kumita maski sa budget or forecast. Maliit ang gastos na nilalagay. Yes, it can be since online tayo ngayon at mas maliit nga yung mga expenses compared in the past. But isang malaking factor, yung mga bayarin, yung time value ng money. Yun yung mga dapat natin consider, especially for members na first time mag-handle ng project. Okay, in addition to being smart, we also think of our OPA when we budget. O diba, ang aroy, ang harot-harot. Okay, how many OPAs do you have ba? Kasi I have 6. Chor joke lang. Okay, in addition to being smart, O is for onward and upward because the budget is for present and future standing of your org. Okay? Hindi tayo nagbabudget to correct a past mistake. Well, siguro pwede, pero 'di ba, when we budget, it's because may pinaglalaanan tayo in the future. Okay? Projects, what are the project? P for projects, what are the projects na may impact? Not only within your org, not only within your members, but most for the community as well. Budgetan natin yon. Planning. For me, budgeting is part of planning. Do you agree? if we plan ahead, most likely than not, kakampi natin yung oras. So, mas napag-iisipan natin siyang mabuti, leading to success for our org. Hindi lang success nyo as project head or finance officer, but success ng inyong organization. Last is the advocacy. I'm proud na kahit wala akong org nung college, di ba ironic, no? Nag-handle ako ng orgs for the past almost 13 years, pero nung college wala akong org. Wala talaga experience. Parang I was just exposed to advocacies ng orgs and they were really something to be proud of. Ako personally, yun ang nararamdaman ko. So if you plan to have an advocacy project, go, invest in it, budgetan natin yan. So just be smart. So yun nga, madali siyang tandaan. Pag hihingian kami ng tip, first time namin ilalabas tong aming acronym na to. Hindi pa to alam ng ibang batch. Pag hihingian kami ng tip, ang sasabihin lang namin ay, when you do budgeting, you think of your smart OPA. Next slide. Okay, so bago tayo pumunta sa mismong mga forms, i-discuss muna natin yung ledger. Okay, most of you ngayon pa lang nakakita ng ledger. Okay, so ano ba tong ledger? Lahat ng organizations have their own DCB and therefore have their own ledger. It's a record ng mga transactions, financial transactions ng mga organizations. So, lahat ng pinapadaan ninyo sa central accounting, sa cashier, sa offices within Ateneo, lalabas dyan sa inyong ledger. Alright? So, may kita nyo, okay? May kita nyo dyan. Meron tayong debit, merong credit, at merong balance. Kung on-site yung ating pag-orient, tatanungin ko kayo, ano ang ibig sabihin ng DCB? Okay? At ang isasagot nyo sa akin, di ba, debit, credit, balance. Pero mali. Ang ibig sabihin ng DCB ay deposit and credit balance because you deposit para magkaroon kayo ng credit balance. And because it's a DCB, it's a liability. Bakit Miss Tina, credit ang papasok na pera? Dahil yan ay kinukonsider na liability ng Ateneo. Okay? Napag-aralan ninyo sa accounting na kapag ang asset, debit, ang liability ay credit. So, dahil credit ito sa mata ng administration, dahil pera ito ng org ninyo, kaya siya, ang increase niya lagi ay nasa credit. Okay? So, whatever yung balance ninyo at the end, mag-release kami ng ledger sa finance officer on Friday, September 11. Whatever is the running balance on September 11, yun ang inyong gagamitin sa budget proposal. Okay, so let's start na. Yan, nasa 50 something, yan ang running balance to be used for our budget proposal. Okay, so let's start with orientation proper. Okay. At a first glance, masyado siyang student-friendly. Meron pa siyang mga guide. Don't worry, ang makikita nyo sa OSA downloads ay walang ganyan, walang papuso, walang pa-star, or double stars. Okay? So, start natin isa-isa. Dahil nga, na-pressure ako, step-by-step guide daw ito. So, hopefully, marami kayong matutunan dito. Ateneo de Manila University, Loyola School's Office of Student Activities. Name of organization, huwag kalilimutan, ipapabalik namin ni Miss Julie ang walang org name. 115078XXX, your DCB number na by this time dapat kabisado na ninyo. And then general budget proposal for the first semester school year 2020-2021. Alright? Naka-ed na yan. Fill outan nyo na lang. Pag yan na mali pa kayo, ewan ko na lang yayakapin ko kayo pag hindi nyo pa yan natama bandang taas. Next, DCB beginning balance as of September 11, 2020. Again, whatever is the running balance in your ledger, dun sa ledger na ma-receive ninyo, please, walang mag-email sa akin na, Ma'am Tina, wala pong September 11. May mga ganun kasi ako in the past na na-receive. Wala pong September 11 na entry sa ledger ko, ang last po ay June. Okay lang, yun na yung iyong running balance. Okay? Yayakapin kita pag may nag-email sa akin ng ganun. Next, semestral budget allocation from OSA. Again, 15,000, same in the past. Na kahit meron tayong ngayon, situation, still we're thankful, we're happy, kaya meron siyang pa-heart, pa-puso, because we still have the same 15,000 pesos. So, thank you, OSA. Makikita nyo, in-add ko siya kasi hindi nyo pa yan makikita sa ledger ninyo pagdating ng Friday. Wala pa yung 15,000. Ito transfer pa lang natin siya. Alright? Next natin, activity name. Okay, basically, ang budget proposal na ito ay just to make latag. Hindi ko alam paano siya i-English. Ilalatag natin lahat ng activities ninyo, lahat ng planned activities ninyo for this semester. Alright? So, kung halimbawa, meron kayong, yes, it's understandable na mas kukonti ang projects this sem. So, kung halimbawa lang, meron kayong 4 or more than, okay lang naman, editable yung form. Ilalatag natin yung mga activity natin dito. Okay? So, for example, activity 1, we have Kimi Kabuhayan. Example lang, yun lang yung natatandaan ko right at this moment. And then, we have the revenue projected, expenses projected, income projected. So, as you can see, meron din siyang actual. Why actual ng first sem last year? Okay? So, why do we need to put the actual in addition sa projection so that makikita rin natin gaano ka-realistic yung inyong pagbabudget. Okay? Attainable. Nasa SMART yan, right? Attainable ba siya? And then, so ilalatag natin siya lahat, no? Hanggang sa mag-total siya, total. And then actual, latag natin siya, total. Question. Meron nangyaring activity last year, first sem, pero hindi mangyayari this year because online nga tayo. Ilalagay pa ba namin yon? Ang sagot ay hindi na. Kasi ang budget proposal na ito ay para this semester. Para sa batch ninyo. Kung ano yung mga nakaplan ninyo activities, yun lang yung ilalagay ninyo and not the past activities. Kung this year, meron naman kayong bagong activity na wala noong first sem, last year, lagay nyo na lang na new activity siya this year, kaya 0 yung actual. Next natin, expenses. Same as the revenue, we have the projected expenses and we also have the actual as comparison from first sem 2019-2020. Okay, so may pa-star ako dito, parang kinder, di ba? May pa-star ako dito as your guide. So example nito, si Kimi Kabuhayan, 47, Kimi Kabuhayan ba yung sinabi ko kanina? Basta yun. Kimi Kabuhayan, we have 47,000 as your projected expenses. Naglagay ako ng star so that ang instruction sa taas, please fill out attachment 1. You need to break it down sa attachment 1. Mamaya, ipapakita natin yon. And then, okay, so total natin uli sila and then magto-total sila. And as you can see, may guide uli ako dito kasi makikita ninyo sa attachment 1, it will yield to the same sum of projections. Okay, so total. When you fill out the form, please make sure that your formulas are updated. Baka mag-stop kayo dito sa number 4. Yung total ninyo, hindi na siya babalanse, okay? Please make sure that your formulas are from 1 to 7 or 1 to 15 kung ganun karami yung activities ninyo. Alright? So kung wala activities at puro operational expenses, no worries. Ilalagay nyo lang din dito sa activity name mga operational expenses ninyo. Okay, so next natin, income or loss, projected income. Again, may guide naman tayo, right? So, revenue minus projected expenses is projected income. So, dito lang din siya. Total lang din natin siya. Same with the actual. Okay, so from here, makikita na natin yung realistic niya, kung malapit ba siya or malayo. And at any rate, dadaan naman to sa inyong formator, titingnan nila to, okay? At I'm sure familiar sila sa mga activities na to. Okay. Then we will have the projected net income. Okay, projected net income. Don't worry, kung sakali man na hindi nyo nakuha yung projected net income nyo, wala namang minus. Okay, this one, as I've said, is just a budget proposal para malaman nakaplano na tayo, nakaplano ang finances natin for this SEM. Okay, para may guide na rin kayo, may guide din ang OSA. Isa pang question, dapat ba na puro approved activities lang ang ilagay dito sa activity name? Yung mga nakaplan ninyo, pwede nyo nang ilagay. Yung mga nakaplan ninyo activities during the semester, pwede nyo nang ilagay. Iba naman yung process ng pagpapa-approve ng project. Alright? Kailangan nyo ng approval ng OSA. Iba rin din ang process ng actual disbursement. Okay? Iba-ibang process to. So for now, budget proposal lang yung dinidiscuss natin. So, i-add, okay, to get the projected DCB ending balance, we will add the beginning and then the 15,000 pesos with the heart and then the projected income or loss. Kung sakaling maglo-loss kayo, ililess natin yung loss, of course. And then we will arrive at the ending balance. Okay? So, same pa rin. Ms. Julie will discuss later yung way of submission. Hindi ako familiar. OSA na lang ang bahala doon. So, we'll have the attachment 1. So, attachment 1, kanina yung pastar ni Nuna Tina. Activity, Kimi Kabuhayan, yung total niya, 47,000. Sakto bang 47? Basta yon, malabo na ano ko. Yan. And then, same siya dito. Babangga siya dito. Eventually, babanggarin yung total. Kaya siya may double star. Babanggarin siya dito sa total na nandun sa first page ninyo. Okay? Clear ba yon? Oo, yan. So, meron din naman tayong way to check. Nakalink rin yung way natin to check dun sa first page. Reminder, don't forget to fill out the attachment 1 kasi nandito naka-breakdown. Bakit yung mga expenses naka-breakdown? Bakit yung mga projected revenue ay hindi? Because nandun tayo sa na baka hindi ninyo, akala nyo makakakuha kayo ng sponsorship, halimbawa from Accenture, pero hindi pala kayo nakakuha. So, nandun tayo sa conservative approach, yung mga gastos ninyo, because ang purpose ng project proposal is paano ninyo gagastusin yung pera na currently meron kayo sa DCB ninyo. Magta-tie up dapat siya. Yung total dito sa attachment will tie up dun sa first page. Kaya careful sa, of course, lahat kayo magagaling naman sa Excel, no? Pero yung carelessness, no? I-total ninyong maayos. So, from 1 to 15 dapat yung formula. Alright. So, natapos na tayo. Ganun lang siya kabilis, yung budget proposal. Next page. Next one, we will have the statement of receipts and disbursement. Again, this form is for end of SEM. Okay? Statement of receipts and disbursement. Actual na to na standing ng inyong DCB. Okay? So yung kanina, nag-project kayo and then natapos yung SEM, eto na siya. Ito na yung actual, ito na yung kinalabasan ng mga pagbabudget ninyo. Why do we need to have this pa? Okay? It's a tool, it's a guide, it's a helpful way for us and for the next set of officers na malaman para may guide din sila, hindi rin sila kakapakagaya ninyo now. Kung ano yung mga nangyari last school year, diba? Parang ganyan. So, same lang din, fill out yung mula taas hanggang baba. Particular kami sa heading, guys, ha. Dito, nilagay lang natin na as of December 19, 2020, in case yan ang last day. Don't worry, i-update tayo na OSA if there are updates or changes sa mga dates. For illustration purposes lamang ito. So, DCB beginning balance, again, as of September 11. Kung ano yung nilagay ninyo dun sa budget proposal nyo, yan din siya. And then, you list down all the budgets or the subsidies that came from ADMO. So, yung OSA, kung may nakuha kayo from Sanggu or from COA, lista rin yan. Actual to, ha? Okay, actual. And then, org activities, lagay din natin kung ano-ano yung mga nangyaring activities Okay? Sa inyong semester. Lagay natin yung actual collections, actual disbursements, and then yung net income to arrive at the fund ending balance as of ledger. Ang thinking is, lahat ng collections ay nadideposit sa DCB kahit late. Lahat ng disbursement ay nadidisburse through the DCB system kahit late. Okay? So, ang natin, magbabalance ang inyong SRD versus the ledger. Okay? If there are reconciling items such as mga late deposits, late posting ng deposits, or late posting ng disbursements, ilalagay natin dito sa bandang baba. Okay? So, at para mag-reflect pa rin yung true value or yung true standing ng inyong DCB. Okay? So, same sa budget proposal, this SRD has also an attachment. Attachment 1. Next page. Okay, so yung ginawa nating budget proposal kanina, dito rin siya natin ilalagay. So helpful talaga yung ating budget proposal for you also to gauge yourself kung ano yung nangyari doon sa pagbabudget ninyo. This is a helpful tool. So ilalagay natin for activity 1 to activity 4, yung ilagay ninyo sa budget proposal, ilagay natin, i-plusta natin dito. Kumbaga sa accounting, i-plusta natin and then total it. So, most likely, kung ano yung total sa baba, yun din yung total niya sa budget proposal. And then, you post here all your actual revenue, kung ano yung nasa SRD, first page, yung kanina. Babalanse kayo doon. So, makikita nyo yung collections ninyo. Collections total, nandoon siya sa actual ng revenue. Alright? So, makikita natin kung favorable ba or unfavorable. Okay. Same with your expenses. Nag-propose tayo na expenses and then ipaplasta natin lahat dito and we will also post all the actual kung ano rin yung nasa SRD. Diba? Ang helpful. Ang ganda ng template na to. Okay. Ipaplasta rin natin dito lahat ng actual to, gauge ourselves kung paano ba yung next nating plano para sa mga susunod na projects. And then, makikita na rin natin income. Projected income, basically kung ano rin yung nasa budget proposal, and your actual income, kung ano rin yung nasa inyong SRD. So, to make this short, ang budget proposal nakalink sa SRD at ang SRD ay bale parang anak siya ng budget proposal. Tama? Kasi meron kang huhugutin na data from your budget proposal papunta dito sa SRD. Alright. So, clear ba tayo doon? So, makikita rin natin. Lahat din yan may totals. Again, careful sa pagtutotal. Baka nag-stop ang inyong formula somewhere. Make sure na magtatali siya. Mabilis nyo lang din naman yan check. I know your Excel skills. Excellent nga. Daig pa kami. So, in the past, we have these 7 ECAs. So, gusto naman namin na sa batch nyo rin, maibigay din namin to sa inyo. May konting tweak lang to kasi nga online tayo. So, 7 ECAs to make our finance life easier. Ano yung mga hula niyo? Tatama kaya ang inyong hula dito? So, what's our first A? Okay, so you plan ahead. Yun nga, part ng planning ahead ay ang pagbabudget. Ito yung dinidiscuss natin ngayon. So, kailangan ahead dahil alam nyo naman ang processing time natin. Diba? May time na it's more than 2 weeks. Worse, may month pa, diba? Lalo na dun sa mga problematic na mga finances. So, let's plan ahead. Next, approve. Okay? So, dapat all activities, kahit nasa budget proposal siya, kung wala siyang approval talaga yung project, hindi natin mapaprocess ang inyong disbursement. So, yun siya. Approve. Next, authorize. So, ngayon, online, feeling ko mas madaling magpa-authorize. O feeling ko lang ba yun? Kumpara noong unang panahon, nahihintayin pa namin. Kung sakali na si FO or si Finance, hindi complete yung signature, kailangan pa namin hintayin, di ba? Hintayin dumaan sa OSA para pumirma. feeling ko now, mas mabilis yung authorization. Kasi nga, online siya, right? Next, Ateneo. So don't forget, although organization ninyo yan, although naghihirap tayo sa pera naman na nasa Ateneo, still because we're an accredited org, we represent Ateneo. So when we request for sales invoice or statements, kailangan, parang refresher pala to ng disbursement process ni Miss Julie last time, kailangan naka-issue to Ateneo de Manila University, not to cash or not to your personal name. Next, attachments. We need attachments para ma-substantiate yung mga expenses. Ngayon, nagpapasalamat kami na matyaga kayo nag-i-scan ng mga resibo, ng mga attachment. We're thankful at mairaraos din natin to. We need attachments because we need to substantiate na yung mga binabayaran natin ay not taxable because we're an educational institution and all our income ng Ateneo ay napupunta sa mga educational expenses. Account number. Dahil hindi na ako yung nagpa-process ng OCs ngayon, hindi ko alam kung may nagkakamali pa sa account number. Malalaman natin yan kay Miss Julie. Yung mga nagkakabaliktad, imbis na 078 sa gitna, ginagawang dulo. At yung nasa dulo na last 3, ginagawang gitna. Huwag niyong gagawin yon ha. Dapat kabisado niyo at this time, kabisado niyo na dapat ang inyong DCB number. Dahil parang yung ID, kasama niyo yan for the whole school year. And then, last 7, ano kaya? ADC. Before it used to be AS. Ngayon, dahil online, tinweak ko, ginawa ko na siyang ADC. Sa mga nakapag-process na, ADC stands for, sige, sabihin nyo. Iniisip ko pa, Authorization for Direct Credit. Dahil nga online tayo, we need this form telling accounting office na ino-authorize nila ang accounting office na i-transfer ang bayad sa mga suppliers ninyo through their bank account. So, authorization because makikita ng accounting, okay, yung personal bank info ng supplier ninyo. So, kaya siya authorization for direct credit. Alright, so that ends our presentation. I hope things are clear now and wala kayong tanong later. Charot. We'll have the Q&A in a few, so see you and kamsahamnida for being with us this afternoon. Annyeong!